Hello, everyone. My name is Antoine Smith, and today I will be presenting to you a persuasive speech on lab grown meat. Now, before we begin, I'm going to go by and just introduce everyone. So, we're going to start with Alex.
Alexander Robinson, age 20.
Okay. Andy.
Andy Olmo, age 18.
Okay. Khalil.
Khalil Medina, age 19.
Okay. Brian.
Ryan Baldwin, age 19.
Paul.
I am Jonathan D. I am 18.
And Malachi.
I am Makai, and I'm age 19.
Okay. So, thank you for all joining me. So, now let's begin. So, you might be asking yourselves, what is climate change? Climate change is, well, the change of the climate. It's it's the rapid onset change, to the heat in the atmosphere over over a long period of time. Now, this change is happening much faster than it should be. Things are getting a lot hotter than they need to be, and this is affecting things on a global scale. Tides are rising at a very fast rate. Animals are dying in mass droves. It's a very serious problem that we need to deal with right now. Now, now this is all caused by the greenhouse gas effect. Greenhouse gas effect is when things like CO2 and methane are trapped in the atmosphere. And what that does is that traps in light and extra heat from the sun. So normally, even really large amounts wouldn't be much of a problem. But right now, we're producing such a massive quantity that the Earth just can't keep up. I mean, think about it. Every time you turn on your lights, every time you use your phone, every time you turn on your car, that's adding to this greenhouse gas effect. Now, now, so this is all you can read. Wow, you can read all of this in Gale's opposing viewpoints on global warming and climate change. They have a very interesting article. You can read that, in your local college directory. Now, how can lab grown meat help with this problem? Lab grown meat is, well, let's define lab grown meat first. Lab grown meat, as defined by Oxford University, is any meat that is cultured or cultivated in a lab. And for those of you who don't know, cultured is just the biological material that's grown in a petri dish. Now, there are multiple benefits to lab grown meat. First of which being a massive lowering in heart disease. See, since lab grown meat is grown in a petri, and the tissues for any meat grown in the lab are hand selected, any lab grown meat can be altered. For example, the fats and fatty acids can be lowered so that it's no longer at a dangerous level for consumption. Another thing is, since lab grown meat is, well, meat grown in a lab, no animals have to die for this meat. Now, the main thing is climate change is the way this meat affects climate change. Oh, and by the way, everything I just told you about can be read in "Is Lab Grown Meat Healthy" by Akanshka Singh. Now, the benefits of this lab grown meat is that since this is meat grown in the lab, and this isn't animals on a farm, methane the methane produced by cows and cattle, which the vast majority of all methane in the atmosphere is produced by cows and cattle, particularly meat cattle. None of that is going up into the atmosphere because this is lab grown meat. So you can read. By the way, you can read all this again in "Is Lab Grown Meat Good for the Environment" by Oxford University. Now, a main problem right now is that people do not trust lab grown meat, which is mainly because people don't trust the chemicals and the way that it is grown. Yeah. In fact, Florida and Alabama lawmakers have banned it in Florida and Alabama, and have banned its sale. Now, this is very bad for lab grown meat, as you might have already guessed. By the way, you can read this in sorry, I didn't write it down. So you can read this in an article made by give me a second. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Sorry. By D. Ann Durbin. Lab-grown meat hasn't hit the shelves yet, but some states have already banned it. This article contains most of the information that you would already need for lab-grown meat. Now then. So this is where you come in, the individual. Most people, I said that wrong. So lab-grown meat is in dire trouble right now. No one is buying it in Florida and Alabama because it is banned, and people are afraid of it right now. So you have to reach out to your lawmakers and stop them from banning lab-grown meat. Also, do your best to support lab-grown meat by buying it whenever you see it in stores and supporting the practice of growing meat in the lab. So, in conclusion, climate change is a horrible problem that needs to be dealt with right now. It's a problem that needs to be dealt with yesterday. It's an extremely bad problem. Now, lab-grown meat can help offset this problem by getting rid of the massive cattle farms that produce all the methane in the atmosphere. Thank you all for your time.